All right, you guys. So we discussed this on the last video. And again, I apologize for not recording this. I suck at YouTube videos. So I left my tripod at the house and didn't have a chance to record it. But it's been cut out and profiled. This side here, the bevels have kind of been worked on. I have yet to drill my holes for my handle. This little finger spot is in need of a little loving too, so we might do that before we start on the bevels. But before we start on anything else, we're gonna start by cutting these pieces up and gluing them together. I still have yet to figure out how I want to do that. I guess it's pretty close to the same thickness. This piece of 2x4 or whatever it is a little bit thicker than the other piece, but should work fine. We're gonna get to cutting some stuff here, and I think I'm gonna use some white G10 spacers because I think those will look really, really nice stacked on the darker wood. It may not look quite as pretty. Yeah, no, that doesn't look too bad either. It's just not quite as prominent, but I think some white G10 spacers will look real good on this. So, to be honest, I feel like this is the best profile I've had so far. Yeah, so I'm super excited about it. But let's go ahead and hop right into cutting up this handle, getting it glued together. That way, by the time we're done with the knife portion of the knife, we can go ahead and fit up the handle. All right, so now that our handle is setting up over there, we're gonna get started on these bevels again. And I don't know if anybody's known this or not, but on iPhones, you have a app on there that tells you levels. You can do like a level, like degrees of levels and stuff. Yeah, I didn't know that that was on there. Got taught that last weekend by my buddy's uncle. And it has saved my life with this thing, because if you can see it, there is no gauge on the side to tell you what angle you're at. All right, guys, so let's see if I can get this focused here. This is how the actual bevel looks. I just took it up a little higher on that side to see how well those pits and stuff were gonna grind. But pretty clean looking bevel job. Now I gotta drill some holes in the handle. And we should be ready to heat treat. What I've done is just basically marked where I'm going to put my holes. That way I've got a reference point. I'm going to throw it in the heat so I can get this soft again, and then I'll drill my holes. I'm going to take it out and just let it cool off naturally with the air. That way, hopefully it's soft enough for me to drill through after this. right, y'all, time for heat treat. Came out just fine. Hard. Nice. Now we got a temper. And that should be, other than putting the handle on it, that'd be it. All right, you guys, so that is heat treated. Yeah, I can't really do anything else until the tempering process is done. So, yeah, so we're gonna go throw this thing in the oven, get it tempered, and maybe come back out here depending on how long it takes. Who knows? We'll see. Got to get these pins cut off, clean up the blade a little bit, shape the handle, then we're going to put an edge on her. All right, guys, so I think before anything else, I'm going to try and get these little notches here on the top of the blade a little cleaned up. Make sure I get these bevels cleaned up real nice. Then after that, we're going to work on this edge, because as of right now, there isn't one. And then we're going to finish shaping up our handle. But yeah, that's where we're at right now. I think it's looking pretty decent. Now for my favorite part of the whole process, hand sanding. Yay! I just want to do a real quick sharpness test on this. I have no clue how sharp it is. So, well, if I can hold this paper right. Pretty sharp. That's a pretty sharp blade there. All right, guys, so as you can see, we have a bit of an issue, which really irks me because I just saw it. But all in all, I don't think I did too horribly bad for my first chef's knife. And as you can see, it was sharp. So now what we're gonna do, we'll take our linseed oil here, dip it in or dip the handle in, and get these really nice wood grains and stuff in here to pop. I'm really pumped about it. Sorry about the noise. As you guys can see, turned out quite nice. That is a gorgeous knife. This is the best one I've made so far. I don't care what anybody says. That's a good looking knife right there. This spot here, where this real dark line is, that's where I was over at my buddy's uncle's house and I was having issues with the platen because it was too short. This knife, when it sat on my jig, sat too tall, so where the top of the platen was digging into the side of the knife. The only issue is if I got rid of this, I would have gotten rid of all of my little rivets, so I couldn't get rid of it. But it's an eyesore, but it's still an absolutely gorgeous knife, and I'm very happy with how it turned out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I realize, again, I am very bad at doing YouTube videos, but I appreciate you all coming back and watching. It really does mean a lot. If you guys did enjoy, hit the like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.